All right, here we go. Big Daddy Shin, day 746 at 24 Hour Fitness. So yesterday, it wasn't as big of a day as I thought it was going to be. Yes, I have that initial money wired. Kurt hooked me up. Yes, thanks, nephew. But my 403B one, that didn't go through yet. So I'm waiting for that one. Then I can actually put the offer on the house. Now, I learned a lot about this whole offering from Arnold yesterday. He gave me a big lesson on it. And am I going to tell you about it? Yes, I am. I'm check it. So this whole house thing, yeah, it's going to happen. But now I'm like, wow. Let me get on the bike. Awesome. So, yes, it turns out that I realize what Sang's doing when he's making sure all my stuff's liquid in my account and before you make the offer. Because apparently you can make an offer if you don't have a loan. I didn't know that. But the thing is, I'm like, gosh, why can't I offer? Why can't I offer? Then people tell you about this thing called escrow, and you're like, what the hell is that? So it turns out that the escrow is the time where you need to get that loan and get it pushed through and pay the money. But turns out that when you do the offer, you have to give like $5,000 or something like that, right? It's like a down payment, but it's part of the payment you do to secure that loan. So what happens is some people go, oh yeah, they go to a loan officer to get a pre-approval thing. Oh yeah, you've been pre-approved for this, whatever, okay? But that's just like an eyeball thing, like, okay, you make this much money, you do this, pre-approval. But when you make the offer, as soon as you sign that thing, they sign it back, say, okay, we're gonna do this deal. You have whatever terms it is, 30 days, 45 days, whatever it's agreed on. And you need to pay that 5%, 3%, or whatever, plus closing costs. And then in my case, it's going to be about like $35,000. Now, if you don't do it by 30 days or whatever it is, then you lose that $5,000. And so I'm like, oh. And then so one of my other friends was saying, like, he's selling his house. And then, the person did the offer and said, oh yeah, we're going to buy your house. And then they got denied for their loan twice. And it's almost 30 days. And those people paid $6,500. They're probably going to lose it. I go, oh God, I don't want to be that person, right? So that's why it's good to just wait and just be anxious. Like, oh yeah, I'm going to buy this thing. Because I'd be freaking out if, all this stuff, like I thought I was going to be okay to have stuff yesterday. And then if I had that time ticking and I'm not patient enough, yeah, I would have been just freaking out now, going, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So it made me think, what if this whole escrow thing goes and then I don't, like when the actual loan people, they see the pre-approval, but then they really check you out and they deny me, right? That'd probably be one of the worst days ever. But I don't think that's going to happen because Sang is making sure everything's lined up. He's been doing this for years. He's going to make sure that everything's in line, so it's not like they pre-approve me or they approve me and I can't afford it and that kind of stuff, right? So I think it's good to wait. Now, when I'm doing the stuff in my life, I'm learning about patience. I'm pretty reckless. I'm one of those high risk, high reward people. It's like I go for the gusto instead of playing it safe. But when it comes to being responsible, right? You want to set up your life to be responsible habits as opposed to reckless. Now, the thing is, a couple of years ago, doing something like this, pretty reckless. You know, what you want, what you can afford, all that stuff. But now it's like, I don't know. It's like when you try things you never did. Yeah, there are some snags. I mean, obviously, you want everything you try can be successful, and then if it doesn't, then you got to figure things out. But you know, when you are buying like a bicycle, you know, a couple $100s, right? It's a little bit different than when you buy a house. It's a lot. Or a car. You know, car is more riskier than a bike. A house is more riskier than a car. So, yeah, that's when you have to start to balance your risk taking. So, you know, I didn't go on this whole lifestyle reset to try and lose 200 pounds or something crazy, or try to lose it like really fast so I could gain it all back, you know. It's I got to balance because I want to lose weight, but I don't want to do it too quickly because I know that I lost and I gained. You guys seen it actually, and have you been watching the whole time? But I don't know. I guess it doesn't really matter on that one because me being the weight I am, it's not good. It's not good. So that's why I'm striving to be healthier. But now in my life, all my decisions, I should be more sensible, right? I'm still gonna have fun. So just like, you know, you stick with a certain diet. There's a couple days, you know, you want to enjoy other stuff, hang out with your friends. Great, just do it like one day, but not all the time. So that's the thing. Balancing risk. Awesome. All right, there you go. Day 7:45 in the books. So, you know, it's good to come like maybe 30 minutes earlier. So I have plenty of time to get over to school, right? And then so, you know, just think what to do. See you later. So, you know, the whole thing about, you know, organizing and, you know, getting everything ready to go, and, you know, you don't think about the whole short-term stuff. You got to think about the long-term. So that's why, you know, when you do the high-risk, high-reward stuff, yeah, short-term, big gains. Sometimes you might lose it, whatever. It's like gambling. But, you know, some things you just got to just be able to play it safe and be prepared and do it the right way. So I'm not saying don't take risk at all, because I love taking risks. But, you know, you got to do calculated when you go for things. It's like, you know, I mean, if I had my job in LA, would I have taken this job in, you know, Victorville? No, I wouldn't have. But, you know, because it would have been a high risk, right? So when I tell my friends, oh yeah, you should come move over here, that's a high risk for them. But for me, it was no risk. And I came here and I'm loving the heck out of it. So I know some people go, oh, Victor, no, it's great. It's a great place to live. So that's the whole thing. So now it's about the whole risk of, you know, the whole buying a big house and all that stuff. I mean, it's like the nerves, right? It's not like, okay, am I going to buy a Whopper or Big Mac? I mean, it's not that much risk. But this one, well, maybe it is. But anyways, yes, just you got to be able to weigh. I mean, you don't want to play it safe all your life, because if you do, then, you know, you're just going to just settle for, I mean, if you're happy the way it is, okay, great. But the thing is, when you want to make a move on life, like I did, right, you have to weigh your risks and rewards. So that's what today's about. Anyways, Big Daddy Shin, day 745. If I could exercise 745 days in a row, you can exercise 745 days in a row. If I could do it, you could do it. I'm doing it. Risk versus reward.